Well, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to that crypto report. I'm Crypto Kip. Today, we are reporting on the breaking crypto news. The charts are breaking downward. Now, yesterday, I was not feeling very optimistic in general, to be honest with you. Just had a hard day yesterday. I don't know what it was. Today I'm feeling much better, but I wasn't feeling optimistic about the markets yesterday. And it's kind of playing out like I had discussed, where there was a lot of uncertainty around this conflict going on in the Middle East. And if you're wondering why these markets are dipping today, and guys, these markets are dipping. Why? Look at headlines like this about the Middle East right now. The president cut a G7 summit trip short because of the conflict in the Middle East. U.S. moving fighter jets to the Middle East. Pentagon sends warplanes, aircraft carried to Middle East as Iran-Israel conflict rages. This is tough news, guys. This is tough news. And you're seeing it impact these markets today. Welcome back to the Crypto Report, everybody. I wish we weren't talking about global conflicts. I wish they didn't happen, but here we are. They're happening, and they are impacting the prices in the market. If you want to stay up to date with all the things going on in the crypto space and with news too, you can subscribe to this channel for more content, guys. We keep it coming to you every single day. Tomorrow, I will be live streaming the FOMC meeting. So turn on your notification bell for that, focals, okay? Okay. Right now, I am in a Bitcoin short because I was looking at this news. I got my take profit, my stop loss, take profit set $26 in the profit just to eliminate the fees. Got into this trade admittedly late. It was quite a risky time for me to be taking the trade. I'll tell you guys that straight up. Typically, I like to pick a better entry, but you know what? I had a little bit of a busy time and I wanted to get into a position because I'm looking at this news and thinking 100K could be on the table here. This could also be an opportunity for a quick reversal to the upside. So that is why I have my stop loss set. You know, yesterday we kind of had some of the news going on where maybe we weren't going to have issues with this conflict going on in the Middle East in terms of maybe there was going to be some kind of resolve. But look at Bitcoin right now. Big red daily candle breaking back through the trend line. Rejected off 109. Told you guys this level was here. Look at this level. You could have shorted from that level. I wish I had. I made a mistake. Oh, I missed the opportunity. But that's okay because they keep coming. Just look for levels of support and resistance. And again, I like to follow my own advice and trade off support and resistance. Didn't do it. Just jumped and scrambled into a trade this morning. Shouldn't have probably taken it the position that I'm at. But to be honest with you guys, I think this thing could be coming back down to 100. Now, I'm not a financial advisor. I am not here to give financial advice. You must do your own research in these markets. Crypto assets are very risky, very volatile. So please do your own research, my friends, guys, as always. But I'm trading these markets, and if you want to trade them as well, you could sign up for Blowfin and trade alongside us. Maybe you like the trade to do, and maybe you want to counter trade us. You choose what you believe. Right now, this position, $1,800 in this position, up $314 in the profit. So we like that. We're gonna hang on to this one for a little bit through the stream and see how she cooks. Okay. Shout out to the chat, by the way. Hope you guys in the chat are doing well today. Chihuahua and Mr. Beef talking in Russian. Wait a minute. How did you start? Wait a minute. What? Do you see this post? How did you do that? How did you? What does this even mean? What is that? What does that mean? Clarice Beef. I didn't know you spoke another language. Shout out to the one, the crypto keeper, Potts, McBlaze, Daryl Young, Scott times 2, the one battling in the chat, Chihuahua, loving the downside on the day. Are you in a Pepe short right now? Alexandros in the chat. How's it going, everybody? We got a lot of folks in the chat today. Greek. You know Greek? I'm confused. Chihuahua says, I think I might start trading on Blowfin. What are the steps you take? It's super easy. I got it pinned. Okay, so I have it pinned in the comment section. So if you just go to the very top, it's pinned here for you. That's what it looks like. I just put it on the screen for you right there. And you just click the link and you sign up, and that's our affiliate code. And you can just deposit money. It's simple crypto transfer. Deposit money. Be careful. Do your research. Do due diligence when you're transferring. Make sure you're sending it to the right address. Don't lose your funds. And then it's very simple. And I've been trading live with you guys, kind of showing you how simple it is to close out a position and set your stop losses. You just move around the lines, and there's risk in trading, but I like to trade the volatility in these markets, and I've been doing that successfully lately. Had a bad beat on one or two trades over the last few days, but in a great one today again. Been very profitable on them personally lately, and that's good. We like that. So Bitcoin's down 4%. Ethereum's down even harder, back below $2,500. Mr. Beefy playing on a Greek soccer team. He's playing soccer. Don't matter who it's with. I'm playing soccer. This guy's a soccer fanatic. I love it. I'm glad your leg's doing better, brother. Chihuahua's in. He's gonna do it. He's trading. Make a winner, Chihuahua. How's it going, Marty? How's it going, John? Felix Cepeda calling the one a fudder does not like the FUD from the one. The one is the fudder of our chat. We love him. Crypto Keeper says, that's it. Bull run postponed till 2030. I feel nothing can ever come easy. I don't know. John 316 says Canadian rate cuts today. Don't you know? You get your poutine. I learned about poutine on this channel. I've learned a lot from you guys. What's the next support for Dogecoin? We could look at that. I got a lot of news to get through. I just wanted to kind of glance at these markets. Not a lot up today. Quite a bit down. Look at that. A lot of the memes getting crushed. Oh, there's Pepe getting absolutely rampaged today. Brutal. Man, I wish I was in some shorts on some of those memes right now. I'm not. Oh, well, that's fine. Is our short hanging in there for Bitcoin right now? Hanging in there. 250 in the profit. We like it. Let's look at Dogecoin for you in the chat. I know you asked the question. Support. Oh, look, we're going down to my support level I've been talking about at 14 or 15 cents. And below that, guys, 6 or 7 cents, okay? Very possible. Man, I should have done a slightly lower leverage short on Doge. Just had kept it open. I've been doing some quick higher leverage ones, and they've been good, but I just wanted to ride one to the bottom of this, support, because I knew it was coming. I mean, I can't predict the future, but anybody can see resistance and support, and there's some support coming up. Hopefully, if we can stick it, hold it. But there's a lot of news that's shaking these markets to the downside, no doubt about it. Let's look at Pepe real quick. Ooh. Pepe could be visiting 507 next. Maybe, yeah. We're going to keep an eye on that. Bitcoin dominance, of course, coming up. Global uncertainty. What happens? Bitcoin dominance goes up. XRP falling back down, rejecting off. I missed that trade. Why didn't I trade that? I've been talking about this $2.30 level for a long time. How did I not make that trade? That $2.32 level is ridiculous. It has been testing and rejecting off that over and over and over again. Man, I can't believe I missed that trade. And then we're looking at a bounce off $2 probably again. Hopefully, we're looking at a bounce off $2 there. Really no reason for this as a crypto keeper. That is not true, crypto keeper. I love you, friend. I love you, friend. But hear me out. Not the tax bill. Tax bill might have something to do with it, maybe. But what the real deal is President leaving the G7 summit with one deal. Tough talks elsewhere. That is negative news for tariffs. He had to leave the G7 summit early, and stocks fall as Trump shakes Mid-East truce hopes. Not very good. Look at this news today. Cuts the G7 trip short because what's going on in the Middle East, it is not so good. We do not like to see global conflict. We've got the Pentagon sending warplanes and aircraft carriers. It's kind of crazy, guys. It's kind of crazy. Let's read into it a little bit more. I need to update myself on this as well. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth says the U.S. is postured defensively as more warplanes and massive aircraft carrier move to the region. Defensively, not offensively, defensively. But here we go. We are defensive nature in the U.S. observes rather than participates in. Israel's doing a huge airstrike right now, continuing on Iran. The moves by U.S. military have been made with an eye toward protecting American troops stationed over in the Middle East. There are about 40,000 U.S. service members there. That's a lot of Americans. So we're sending the ships and the planes to protect them. We are postured defensively in the region to be strong in pursuit of a peace deal. So let's send our war machines for a peace deal. Kind of wild. The Pentagon has not been involved in Israel's offensive strikes on Israel, according to a second U.S. official who is not authorized to speak publicly. Iran has been warned that any strike on U.S. troops will be met with a strong response. That official characterized by the movement of additional forces in the region. Okay. There have been no indication that U.S. troops have been targeted yet. Hopefully not at all. The aircraft being moved to the Middle East, including Yeah, so we're moving refuelers over there for some planes. And we are intercepting missiles, it looks like. And I mean, oh, I guess is Iran's attacks getting through the Iron Dome? Yeah, there you go. So it is happening. It is happening on both sides right now. Unbelievable. It's happening. It's happening right now. And that is why. That's why Dog with Hat is down. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy to say? Fartcoin is falling off a cliff today. Why? Because there's a conflict in the Middle East. That's crazy. But it's real, okay? At times of uncertainty, global uncertainty, Bitcoin gets relative strength to the rest of the crypto market. Stocks fall, crypto falls, Bitcoin falls, but things flow out of risky assets into the more secure ones, like a gold or a Bitcoin. During times of crisis like this, not so good. We don't love to see it. But that's the reason, Crypto Keeper said, not really a reason for this. Plenty of reason, brother man. Kind of tough. So that's what's going on today. And as a result of all this, look at this. Look, if I can pull it up. You got some longs getting squeezed today. $289 million worth of longs getting squeezed. Everybody trying to trade that breakout for Bitcoin to break another new all-time high, getting squeezed out because of news. I've been warning you guys about this news, okay? Look, again, do your own research, not financial advice. We've been over this, but I've seen it play out time and time again, and that's why we've been trading this news. You guys want to trade on the news? You can sign up for Blowfin. I'm in a short position right now. Got into this position way too late. Admittedly, usually I'm trading off resistance. I saw the resistance at 109. I did not pull the trigger on a trade up there. I was busy yesterday. I regret not pulling the trigger on that trade, but we're in one. Not the best position, but we're in a successful position. A nice 233 in the profit, a little 20x short on the BTC with a take profit set just slightly in the profit so that I don't lose on fees. But there could be, I wouldn't be surprised if we rebounded here. Felix says fear mongering. Am I fear mongering? I mean, look what's going on here. I mean, not this. I mean, look at the news with the Middle East. I mean, these affect the market. Now, I'll tell you this. When you see these conflicts happen, like look at Russia, Ukraine. What happened after a few weeks of that? The markets recovered and just took new highs, basically. So, in the bad, there's good, right? Buying opportunities, and we will come back. This doesn't kill the crypto market. I don't think this cancels our bull run. It certainly postpones the rally for, a lot. Felix does not like shorting. Hey, you know what? I hear you. Historically, I've hated the shorting too, but I love longing in. I love shorting. I love gaining more value, right? Some more profit to DCA and for the long term for a holding position. Profit is profit. If you can make it and you can do it while managing your risk properly, then you have more at the end of the day to DCA back into the market. And that's the way that I approach it personally. No, this isn't Russia, Ukraine. Oh, well, this is different. Are you saying this is a bigger deal or a less deal? I think it's all personally a big deal, but it's affecting the markets today. It seems like the U.S. has a very, very close tie with Israel. In this region in particular, it's got a lot of interesting ties going on around the world, and there's allegiances with China. There's allegiances. It's getting kind of. The fear is that it could lead to a bigger conflict. If anything, I would say there's more risk to a bigger conflict as a result of the Middle East conflict as opposed to the Russia, Ukraine. It seems like we're just letting that play out over there in Russia, Ukraine, which is a whole thing we've been helping, I guess, but it just seems like, especially with this president, very cozy to Israel, and it's going to be interesting to see how, if this escalates. I hope it doesn't. I don't really think that I don't know. I mean, I hope it's not going to be some like long drawn out thing like tariffs. Tariffs have been around forever too, and they're still not getting better. So we've got these just hanging over our head right now. And if you're frustrated with price action, I mean, this is why it's happening. All these liquidation moments, it just keeps happening. Yeah. So, man, the world, man, what a wild, wild thing. We do have some positive news for the crypto industry, I think, right? Again, wow, the media is unbelievable. Look at my bald friends. These are my bald friends. My bald friends. Senate is expected to pass a crypto bill without addressing the president's investments. So this has been a big thing, right? We've got this stablecoin bill, the Genius Act, that is trying to get put through the Senate. And it looks like it's going to pass. But what they wanted to do was kind of address some of the president's investments into this industry, as it might have a conflict of interest. So you're looking at the CEO of Coinbase and the CEO of Circle. All right. who have a big part in this stablecoin thing. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, Coinbase and Circle are the reason that USDC is in existence, right? They're the coalition that got together to create USDC. And the stablecoin bill is going to help push crypto into more of the mainstream, as stablecoins are going to be vital moving forward. And some companies are making their own stablecoins, which is going to be interesting to see play out. I just pulled the story up randomly just because I saw it. Fun fact for you on XRP, if you're an XRP holder out there. XRP is 12-year milestone with over 2,700 whales holding over 1 million XRP. So 1 million XRP today is worth basically $2 million. 2,700 whales hold over $2 million in XRP. How about that? This year, XRP's only gone up 75%. After going up huge at the end of last year, it's only gone up 75%. This year, it's going to be interesting. That's actually less whales than I would have thought. It makes you wonder, like, how big the bigger whales are. Like, maybe that means that there's like a bunch of whales that are holding like an insane amount. They don't really get into it in here. I'm keeping my eye on XRP. Keeping an eye for the price action on this news today. Keeping an eye for XRP at this $2.08 level. Looking for maybe a bounce there. So appreciate that, Felix. Yeah, I wish everybody luck with their trades at all time. I want people to make money. I don't want people to lose it. I want the markets to go up, not down. But I look at the news and I'm trying to decipher the code, right? That is, which direction are we going to go in these markets for the next 5 minutes, for the next 5 hours, or 5 days, or 5 months, right? And I'm always trying to figure that out personally for my portfolio. Yeah, so some of that news, guys, I want to share with you. What else is going on? A little bit of positive news for you. Pakistan embraces Bitcoin with assist from Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy. So Pakistan is reportedly working on making digital assets a major part of its economy. They hosted a meeting with Michael Saylor recently. And officials of the meeting stressed Pakistan's goal of becoming a digital assets leader in the global south with commitment to regulation, inclusion, and innovation. They go on to talk about how, Michael Saylor consulted them. The man with 582,000 Bitcoin for his company's holdings went to consult a country. Unbelievable. Very interesting to see what other countries adopt crypto, like Pakistan. I think a lot of countries across the world will. That's what we've always been talking about. We knew one day crypto would get political. We knew one day crypto would be adopted by countries, governments, businesses, individuals. We know it's like digital gold. I love Bitcoin. I think that it's the king of the asset class. No doubt it's the king of the asset class. And some people have been saying lately that altcoins are a distraction. And in a way, I understand what you're saying with that. And I do agree to a point with that altcoins are a distraction, but they can be a very profitable distraction. And there is some value to them, some of them, with what technology and solutions they bring to the table. Some of them are absolutely worthless in terms of what they actually provide to people in terms of like value, like Pepe, right? But we like meme coins too. And as these markets pump, as Bitcoin pumps, money flows out of Bitcoin into the altcoin market. Historically, at least, that's what's happened. And people want to make money, and so they speculate on altcoins, meme coins, and then other altcoins that have other underlying technology that could be beneficial. Some of it's all hype, some of it's real technology. I'm looking at blue chips more so than ever before. I'm very focused on blue chips. I like to dabble with some of the lower cap stuff. But I'm very much focused on Bitcoin and blue chips and less interested in some of the newer altcoins that are coming out. But I do keep an eye open. Because there are a lot of opportunities in this space, in my opinion. Interesting fact, Tron is going to go public. U.S. just halted legal action against Justin Sun. So Tron is actually going to go public here in the US. And yeah. Oh, and Caroline Pham, Commissioner of the CFTC, discusses what should be next as a regulator. She appears to step down from the AG. I didn't know that Caroline Pham is going to step down from the AG. Look at that. A nice banking ad from crypto.com. They're bringing banking. They're advertising on CNBC. But yeah, I mean, this is this picture represents why the markets, as these go into the air, the markets come down. That's generally what happens. And I think it's a buying opportunity. These tensions weigh on Bitcoin. Price drops to 104. This is what's shaking right now, guys. This is what is happening. This is the news. You got Coinbase, my bald brother, Brian Armstrong, meeting with British policymakers in London to discuss Bitcoin and crypto. So you got Pakistan taking advice from Michael Saylor. You got London focused on crypto as well, meeting with the CEO of Coinbase, talking about policymakers over there. And Coinbase is making some other moves as well. Coinbase seeks SEC approval to offer blockchain-based stocks. So the stock market can trade 24/7. Marlon PV Cheetah says, does spamming emojis count as YouTube interaction? Maybe. See you clear as beef. Much love, brother. Coinbase seeks SEC approval to offer blockchain-based stocks. Very cool. Very, very cool. And this service is already offered by retail brokerages, including Robinhood and Charles Schwab. The concept is a huge priority. Oh, I did not know. I didn't know. Wait, is Robinhood actually using blockchain technology and Charles Schwab to use blockchain technology for stocks? Very interesting. Coinbase is a giant. I got some Coinbase stock because look at all the things they're doing in this space. Now, tomorrow is going to be a very big day for the crypto market. On top of the things going on over in the Middle East, we've got an FOMC meeting. We got that old man Powell stepping up to the podium tomorrow, June 18th, 2025. 99% chance that the FOMC meeting will result in no rate cut or rate cut pause. Rate pause is what we're going to have. July, looking ahead, 85% chance of nada happening. And then September, odds are going in the wrong direction. A 38.6% chance of no rate cut. Still have about a 60% chance of a rate cut, but we are looking grim, Jim, for the rate cuts. And that really to me just means a postponing of a rally for crypto. Yes, we could still go up slightly, but that big altcoin explosion, that big explosion for crypto, unless Bitcoin really separates out from the rest of the market, which is very difficult to happen, but I think one day it does happen. You know, we are looking at this news and saying, don't really love it. October, still looking at a rate cut, but now a 20% chance on October. This is the highest chance of no rate cut in October I've seen in the last several months, and maybe ever this year. December now a 7.3% chance of no rate cut. I am sorry, guys, that I am not being super optimistic about these rate cuts and about this conflict, but I'm looking at this and I'm saying, I'm calling a spade a spade. We wish we didn't have this stuff going on, but we do. And if you believe in Bitcoin like I do, you just shrug it off by DCAing into Bitcoin over time. It's not financial advice. That's the way that I approach it. And altcoins, I still think they come back, but this rate cut business is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. Still in the profit on this trade. I'm going to keep my stop loss set. I am in a Bitcoin short right now. I admittedly got into the short way too late, but I'm in the short. And if you guys want to trade, you could trade as well. Maybe I was debating along. Because we don't go straight down and we don't go straight up. There are tests, there are rejections, there's support. Blake says, should I rotate my crow into Bitcoin? I'm not saying that, okay, guys. I'm not here to cause panic. Okay, that's the opposite of what I want to do, but I do want to report the news as I see it. I believe in an altcoin season. I believe that Bitcoin dominance is high and could go higher, but eventually I think it collapses versus altcoins. We're just not there yet. Thanks for tuning into the Crypto Report. Do me a favor, guys. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you like this content. And I will keep that content coming for you guys. Marty has a great point there. Altcoins will always be around regardless of their utility. Look at trading card industry, completely worthless, and people still buy. That's a good point. I hear you there. That's not a bad point. Whiz Bank says, oh, look, crypto dumping again. Shocker. Mohammed says, buy now. Maybe. This is a pretty significant dip. I'm in a short, and I don't know. I don't know. I think it's going to get stopped out, and my little take profit. It'll basically break even on this trade. I'm bummed because yesterday I really missed the opportunity on this trade. I told you guys when we were up here, wicking up here, I was like, look, we could easily reject up here. Yep. Whizbang, I'm curious what your story is because it seems like Whizbang is always dissing on crypto in the chat, but yet he's watching a crypto channel, and so I'm trying to understand the logic. Do you have any crypto, Whizbang? Do you like Bitcoin at least, or do you not like crypto, period? And that so you just, is it a hate watch thing? Maybe you like me, but you hate crypto. Or maybe you don't. It's so funny. I just think that these are great DCAing opportunities, Mohammed. But yeah, we could slip a little lower. Here's still a market cap. We haven't looked at total market cap in a while. Definitely at a key level. Could be looking at a bounce here. You could be looking at a bounce here. Just a little bit of shock factor with some of the news coming out about the Middle East after we had a little optimism, a lot of hope yesterday. I think my position is going to get stopped out. Yeah, it's going to get stopped out. That's fine. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it going. Let it get stopped out there. That's fine. You can buy stock on Robinhood anytime after hours. Yeah, I don't know if they're using blockchain to do it though, Scott. I love this chat. What's the lowest before considering rotating everything into Bitcoin? I just don't think that that's how it works for me personally. I'm going to get stopped out here. That's fine. Cool with it. Totally cool with it. That's why you set the stop losses. There is no rule, and I don't think you rotate everything into if you wanted to rotate things into Bitcoin, you do it when altcoins are hot, not when altcoins are shot. That's panic. You don't want to panic sell. All right. Whizbang not having crypto in the chat. If I look depressed, it's because I'm saddened by this conflict in the Middle East, and the tariff news is annoying for the stock market and for for crypto for sure. But I'm not depressed. I had a bad day yesterday though, but that's work stuff. I did have a bad day yesterday. Just regular old work stuff yesterday. All right, guys. TDF Blast says, hey man, how are you? Any thoughts on NFX, the new token on Cronos? New thoughts on any new tokens on Cronos, brother. But I appreciate the love in the chat. I can't. Oh man, that's funny. I mean, look, tariffs have been affecting the stock market too. Did you see that big dip from 6,000 to 5,000 for the S&P 500? The S&P 500 went from 6,000 to 5,000 because of tariffs. That's what it is. And now global conflict. I'm all about it, BSS. No, it's all good. Yeah, TDF. I'm not into nothing new on Cronos right now. In terms of like coins. Now that's something I can't agree with you, Whizbang. He says, President sneezes the wrong way. Oh my gosh, BTC is dumping. What a joke. I agree. What a joke. It is crazy that, you know, the president sneezes and then the market gets moved. That's one thing we can agree on. It's crazy. The market too, not just crypto though. I'm seeing a lot of people say that. Marlon PBG is saying, I'm at the point where BTC is the only coin to hold long term. Learn the long and short. Don't care what the price of alts are. You know, and as more people kind of get into that mindset, that's when altcoin season should hypothetically happen, right? Do you guys know what I'm saying by that? Like, as soon as there is max fear, that's when all of a sudden the people, like when Solana was at $8, the people that were buying it, Black Sea bought at $8 for Solana, made out the best, right? The people that buy those fearful moments make out the best. And as people get more pessimistic about altcoins, and if they're buying at those times, well then there is potentially some really nice profit as long as things come back. Did that get stopped out? Hey, it didn't get stopped out. Maybe this trade's going to stick around for me. We're going to see. But you guys got to do your research. Got to dig into it for yourselves and definitely realize that Bitcoin is the king of the market. No doubt about that. But I do still love altcoins. Marlin still holds a lot of alt bags. Just know I'll sell when the pump. Got a large bag of SOL at $10. Nice buy-in, Crypto Keeper. That's a real good price entry. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in to the Crypto Report. I'm Crypto Kip. Do me a favor, repost the stream on X if you're watching over there. Got a lot of you guys watching over there. Smash the like button over on YouTube. Marty says, making money isn't just for everybody. Just isn't for everybody. Well, you know what? I think it should be. I think that it is. It's not easy to do unless you're paying close attention. You're disciplined. You're going to make mistakes along the way. But if you want it bad enough, just like anything in life, you know, I think you can get it. You just got, if there's a will, there's a way, right? There you go. We got Whizbang holding some Pepe. Hopefully that goes well. I understand why you're upset then. You've been 70% underwater since you've been holding Pepe since December. That's tough, man. That was the worst time to buy, unfortunately. I mean, it looked like we were going to pop off. We didn't. You know, we're looking for a bullish 2025, but with the tariff thing, with the global conflict thing, with the Fed not cutting these rates, it's just a hard time for these risk on assets to rally. And Bitcoin is going to continue to grow. And as long as Bitcoin continues to grow, I think that large memes like Pepe and Doge will find higher prices at some point in the future. That's my opinion. I believe that personally. It's not financial advice, but I can understand why you're upset. How you doing, David Betts? How the heck are you? I'm doing well. Doing well. He says, maybe I'll make my money back by 2030. I hope so. I hope sooner than that. I hope much sooner than that, brother. All the love. Hey, I'll give you love, whiz bang. Love to whiz bang in the chat. Earnest question. David Betts says, earnest question, your humble opinion, would it be wiser to hold Circle as a stock and dollar cost average as it goes, or hold Solana? I am not making a recommendation for you. I am not giving you a suggestion. This is not advice. This is not financial advice. But over the next year and a half, I don't know, over the last year, the thing that I'm nervous about with Circle stock is that the early investors, once they're able to sell, that they're going to dump it aggressively. The stock's been performing wonderfully. And I think it can climb until those early investors can sell off. And there's like an unlock for their shares. And I think that comes later this year. So there's a risk there. And then Solana probably has more upside so long as we kind of get that altcoin season, as long as crypto stays afloat. I think it will. That's a tough assessment. In the short term, I think that Circle is outperforming Solana. In the midterm, I think that Solana outperforms Circle as well. And I think in the long term, Circle could do something great down the road after a big dip. Maybe I could be wrong. Maybe it just keeps soaring. I don't know. But with these IPOs, you typically see them come out, pump, and then take a little bit of a fall. Big fall. Look at Coinbase stock. Came out. It crashed a lot sooner than Circle did. Circle's holding up a lot better than Coinbase stock did when it IPO'd. But Coinbase IPO'd at a tough time in the market. Right before a bear market. So, and maybe we're going into one. No, I don't think that. I don't know. I heard that somewhere, so I'd chat GPT it. I don't know. I'd double check beyond that. But I think I guess that's the only reason the thing hasn't tumbled yet. Yeah. I'd look into that, David. That's all I got, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, DCA HODL. Smash that like, subscribe to the channel, DCA HODL. You want to trade, you can sign up for Bluff, and I got a link in the description down below. I'm still in my Bitcoin trade. We're gonna keep that open. We'll see if this thing ends up being quite profitable. I'm gonna just keep it open. It's set for $26 in the profit. We'll see how she goes. Have a great day, Crypto Keeper. Have a great day. All you guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.